The girl I loved for 7 years cheated me and slept with another guy. I decided to leave her. Here's my tale of how my girlfriend cheated on me on our relationship of almost 7 years, living together for 5. So for some context, both of us have been working from home for more than a year, due to the pandemic. Besides your job, she was also studying for her master's degree. We met almost 7 years ago. We were introduced by a mutual friend, and I guess it was pretty much love at first sight. We were both pretty close in personality, introverted. We both loved to stay home, chill in the yard, watch series, etc. For the first few months of this year, we were both working until pretty late, as I was working on a big project for work, and it was not unusual to work 13 or 14 hours per day. And during that time she would be doing some group project and assisting classes her university. From time to time she would need to assist some classes in person, meet in person with some colleagues. So, the weird behaviors start here. For the last few months she started receiving texts, pretty much every single night, which she would excuse as not being anyone in particular, but the group chats. We were always pretty comfortable with using each other's phones, as I guess a couple of months ago, none of us had anything to hide, until one day out of curiosity. While we were in line at the grocery store, I just asked if she would show me this chatting app she was using to communicate with her university colleagues. As we opens the app, this instantly opens to a guy's chat, which she tries to close quickly, and this is the first time I saw this guy's name. She changes the chat to a group conversation, and showed me the app. I patiently wait until we get home, to ask her about this guy's name, and for the first time I see she's become very defensive about her phone. She immediately puts it on her pocket and yells at me that she's allowed to have male friends. I just asked her who the guy was, because at this point, I was already suspecting due to all the nightly messages. From this point on, it wasn't hard to notice that the messages completely stopped. 99% sure she just disabled the notifications. A couple of months later, I went out of the house with the dog, and as I'm coming home I can hear her on the phone with someone. I can clearly hear say, "I need to hang. He's probably arriving," and, "Bye bye, I love you." Last part one could hear very well because of the wind that day. I come home and to casually ask what she was doing, while I was gone. She answers, "Just watching TV." I confront her with what I had heard, and again she lies and says she was just talking with a female coworker. This time I didn't let it pass that easily, and confront her with what I had heard. She dismisses me as being paranoid because of all the work, and tells me I need to get my head together, because she never gave me any reasons to doubt her. And I kind of believed her, but warned her that I was suspicious anyway, and I was not going to break her privacy and check her phone, but someday, if anything was going on I will find out. Until last Friday, thankfully it was one of the days she had to leave the house, so I was the one who opened the door when the bell rang. A post office worker delivers what seems to be a parking ticket. Now, I know it would be impossible for her to get it at university as she was paying for a parking spot. So, I opened the letter because I knew this was going to prove my suspicions. I patiently waited for her to come home, and confronted her. That ticket was way too far to be her workplace or university. She started by dismissing the ticket, saying she had borrowed it to a female colleague. I knew that this was my shot for the truth, so no way I was going to let her get away with lies for the third time. I told her to either call that friend right then in front of me or I would pack my stuff and leave. And so she confessed, a bit. And then she says that she borrowed the car to, giving the guy's name from earlier, and tells me she would call him to confirm he was driving the car. I obviously refused. No way was I going to believe the guy the first was pretty much sure she was having a relationship with. I was going to pack and leave. And then she confesses a bit more. This guy had forced himself in her with a kiss. After some more confrontations, she actually comes clean and tells me that she drove to his place and slept with him a couple of times. I immediately tell her to call her family to come pick her up. At this point she's crying a lot. My world was shattered. We bought a house together last year, and adopted 2 dogs. Had been talking about getting married in the past few months. We wanted kids, so she was doing research about maybe adopting. She has some medical conditions that could prevent her from having kids. Her family has been very supportive of me, as her mother was also being cheated on by her father a couple of years ago, and they are separated. This girl always told me how much she hated her father because of this. I don't know what to do. My brain and all my friends are telling me to let her go. Not only has she cheated, she lied for months and until the very end. Even her own mother pretty much implied that this should be my choice. But I still love her, a lot. She was my best friend, and I'm so scared that I will never be able to meet anyone that I have so much in common with. I think I'm not bad looking, but I do have a very big lack of social skills. Can count with my hand the amount of friends that I have, and I don't use social media. Which means that it would probably be even harder for me to meet anyone like her ever again. Her family pretty much loves me as one of their own, and I totally feel the same. So losing this girl means losing a big part of what has been my family for the last 7 years. I've kept in touch with her aunt, and as far as I know, she wants to get back with me and will attend a psychologist, as she was unable to justify to herself and her family why she betrayed me. I've always been honest with her, never lied, and work my bottom off at my job and around the house. I like cooking and don't mind cleaning on the weekends. I do not want to have any kind of contact with her for a couple of months, as I believe I need to clear my head. My brother has been my rock and have slept on my couch for the past few nights. I've talked with my boss and used all my remaining holidays for the next 2 weeks. I will use this time to focus on myself and on my dogs. I apologize for the wall of text, but I had a lot on my chest and wanted the advice of people who have been on the same situation. I love my friends, but I think most of them have a very radical opinion. What's your take? Is it worth it to try again? If you do, how do you move on? How can you trust a person like this again? Should I ignore her during this time that I'm forcing myself to clear my head? Should I cut my losses and try to move on? TLDR, my girlfriend of almost 7 years lied to my face for months, got caught by a parking ticket. Proceeded to lie some more until she admitted to have physical relations a couple of times with another guy. Before all of this, we had a great relationship. Always supported each other and were very, very close. She was my best friend. Even during the months that she was seeing the other guy, I was never able to tell because she was nice and has always and continued to talk and research about our future. P.S. Her ticket happens during some holidays I had taken to be with her, which she said she had cancelled at the last minute. While I was home alone on a day we were supposed to spend together, she was going to the other guy's house. Since I have originally posted this, I have made an appointment with a psychologist to help me deal with the situation. Edit. Thank you so much for all the kind feedback. You are confirming what I feared, but I know you are correct. Also, I have joined a gym yesterday and started exercising. I am taking care of getting tested. I am also reconnecting with old friends, and the amount of support I'm getting here is incredible. I have so much more than I was expecting. I can't thank you all enough for the wise advice in this difficult time. Now for the top comments. Some progress? How do you feel? Does she keep trying to talk to you? No real progress. I've been in a roller coaster of emotions, swinging from I never want to see her face again, to maybe we can still work this out. Please don't judge me too harshly about this. I'm still digesting the whole situation. Going from being okay to crying uncontrollably. She has sent me a sad excuse of text saying she regrets the whole situation. I have not replied. I'm not sure how I feel about her not trying to contact or talk to me. On one hand, I feel like she's had the decency to understand that I might not want to see her. But on the other hand, it also feels like she was not willing to fight for us anyway, and just doesn't care. Which I guess makes it easier for me to let her go. Hate to say this, but you need to cut her loose. She lied to you for months and continued to lie to you even after you confronted her and brought up your suspicions. You even told her the name of the guy and she continued to deny it and see him. She cannot be trusted. As an introvert myself, I felt exactly how you feel right now. When I was betrayed, I ended up leaving everything I knew. Starting over and made new friends. I will always be introverted, and there are other women out there who appreciate and desire the type of people that we are. My wife is testament to that. Better to move on now than try to work it out with her and the very same thing happen to you again in a few years after you have put in so much work. Better to put in that same amount of work with someone new, who has not betrayed you. Good luck. Sorry man. She is a liar, and certainly not marriage material. Time to cut and run. You will be fine, but it will take time. You appear to be a stable, hard-working guy. Finding another to love will be sooner than you think. Thanks for watching this video. Your comments are highly appreciated. If you like this video, please subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the notification bell as well.